This is how I close 5K per month SMMA clients, and you're about to watch a live mastermind call where I show other agency owners exactly how I do it. And for those of you who don't know, my name's Noah Haupt. I'm 19 and I run a marketing agency that does about 25K a month right now. And over just the last year, I've gone from struggling to close a single deal to closing 4 or 5, 6K a month clients at around a 30% close rate. And today, for the first time, I'm giving you access to one of my private live trainings so you can see exactly my sales process and what it takes to close these high ticket SMMA clients and handle objections, even if you've never closed a single client before. So let's dive in. So, and if you guys have any questions throughout, just let me know. You can ask, hey, why'd you do this? Or I was thinking of doing this. Why'd you ask this? But we'll break it down as we go. So for context, let's say I'm doing Facebook ads, working with just should we say roofers or something as an example? Is that cool with you guys?
Yeah, roofer's fine because I mean I'll get some knowledge on this as well. So
Okay, sick. Awesome. So, and let's say I got you from like a cold call or outbound.
okay.
So yeah, and I'm just gonna free ball this as well, but I might miss some stuff, but I'm gonna kind of go through how I go through it. So all right, awesome, bro. Hamad, how you doing, man?
Good yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. And then as well, I would always want to make sure they have their camera on and stuff, and then I would make a comment on their background like, oh, that's a nice picture in the back. Like, are you into the NFL or anything like that? And just like some small talk, but we can just get into the discovery in this case. So, but yeah, man, I mean, to pretty much kind of go through this call, I always want to just get a bit of context in the business, kind of where you're at with everything, and from there, obviously, I'll kind of go through what we do specifically, numbers, all that sort of stuff. Is that cool with you?
Sounds good.
Okay, sick, brother. Well, yeah. So I know I did reach out to you the other day. Gave you a quick call over the phone. I guess what specifically kind of stood out that made you kind of want to jump on the call in the first place?
Yeah, I mean I'm only averaging about like 5 jobs a month, so I'm looking to increase my amount of jobs, increase my revenue because it's a little bit slow right now, especially with the winter coming in.
Got you. Okay. So yeah, so walk me through right now. You said you're doing 5 jobs a month. What's kind of the marketing approach? How are you like getting jobs right now?
Word of mouth, just referrals, kind of just handing out flyers, handing out cards, pretty much it. Just from family
Okay.
members, from friends, that kind of stuff.
Got you. So out of those five, um, like jobs you're getting a month, I guess how many are those all just like word of mouth? How many of those are coming from like flyers? Like what's the breakdown of where those are actually coming from? So
I'd
we're on the
say
same
like
page.
3 to 4 out of 5 of them are usually referrals.
Okay. So basically, it sounds like 95% are just coming from referrals.
Yeah, like 90% number of referrals.
Okay, I gotcha. So, and I guess, are you doing any sort of anything else besides like the postcards, like word of mouth, that sort of stuff? Like, are you running paid ads, any SEO?
We did
Yeah.
some paid ads a few months ago. Didn't really get any results out of it, so we kind of just abandoned that.
Okay. And when you say paid ads, are we talking like Google, Facebook? Like, what are we talking?
Google.
Google. Okay. But yeah, man, walk me through how those are working for you. So those Google ads, what were your I know you obviously stopped doing them. Were they not working, or how are those? What was your experience with those Google ads?
We were just getting we were pretty much getting no leads. I mean, we got like a couple people coming in, and they were obviously high intent. I mean, Google is intent based anyway, so there were some high intent buyers, but we didn't really get a lot of them, and it was complicated to figure out on my own. I didn't hire an agency for that, so kind of just abandoned that at that point.
Got you. Okay. So the main thing you said you were getting like decent quality leads, but you weren't getting enough. You said.
Yeah, not enough for the
Okay.
ad spend.
Got you. What were you spending on the ads? What was the ad spend?
Probably around a month, it would be like 600 to 800 a month.
Okay. Spend like 20, 25 a day, roughly. And when you said you were, because this sounded like that you were getting leads with intent, I guess. When you say they were like more quality, have more intent, like what do you specifically mean by that? Like, what did you like about the leads?
Well, when we called them, I mean, they were real people, obviously. They had homes, they were homeowners, and they had some type of problem with their roof. But the problem was they were kind of just they were kind of just getting quotes from everybody. So they were like, "Oh, how much are you? You're this price. Oh, this guy's doing it for cheaper. Can you match this quote? Yes, no. Okay, bye." That's pretty much what we're dealing with.
Oh, so, okay. So they were kind of
Price
like shopping around
shoppers.
just based on price.
Yeah, price shoppers. Like they were real people. They owned a home and they had a roof or some type of problem that they were clearly trying to get fixed. but they were just trying to find the cheapest person.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, why do you think that was happening? Was it something with your ads? Like, what was going on in the process that you feel like you were bringing
That,
those types of people?
that I don't really know. I'm not a Google Ads aficionado, so I don't really know what the problem was. We kind of just, when we were doing the Google Ads myself, we just found some keywords, just put in some basic roofing keywords and just let it run.
Okay, I got you, man. So, I mean, and how long were you doing those for? I know you said you
That was
stopped. You were doing it a couple months ago.
that was for like 2 months we did that.
Okay, so spent about say 1,200 or so. Out of that like 1,200, did you get any jobs from it?
Nope, not one job. We got 3 leads from that, but no jobs.
3 leads in 2 months.
3 leads, like 3 quality leads, I would say. Like 3 people that like we call them, they were like, yes, we are interested. And then we went over, we gave them a quote, and they just never called us back.
Hmm. So you three leads in 2 months. You said 3 qualified leads in 2 months.
3 qualified leads in 2 months.
Gotcha. Okay. So I mean, you didn't get any jobs from that out of the 1,200.
Nope.
Huh. I got you, man. Okay. Interesting. Well, what else have you tried before? I mean, I know you did the Google Ads by yourself. Have you done Facebook? Have you done like Angie's? Like, what else have you done before in terms of like trying to grow the business, get some more leads coming in?
We never did any Facebook just because I'm not really good with creatives, kind of making images, making videos. That's not really my thing. And we did Angie's, but we didn't really get any quality from that. We kind of just got a couple of jobs, but that was from like other people are contacting them, other roofers are contracting them, and it was just a much bigger headache with Angie's.
What do you mean headache?
As in, we had to like chase these leads. We had to chase them down, call them a bunch of times, and if we called them, they already had their roof done recently, or they were already getting contacted by other roofers, or they were price shopping a bunch of different stuff when it came to Angie's.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. So when you say they weren't quality, is the main stuff like they were just price shopping? They sounds like they weren't exclusive as well. So they were just getting called by a bunch of people.
Yeah, they
Was there
weren't
anything else
exclusive.
specifically about them that you think was like low quality?
It was just the fact that they were getting contacted by multiple roofers. They were not exclusive, and also the fact that they were price shopping. They're contacting, like they'll answer the phone, they'll be a little bit engaged, and they'll just ask for the price immediately.
Hmm. Okay. Interesting. So Google Ads, Angie, sounds like none of that was working out like super well for you. I mean, have you done anything else before? Have you tried any other platforms, services?
Nope.
Gotcha. Okay. So I guess for you, I know I gave you a call. I guess was there anything that stood out to you about like what we said specific? I know you want more jobs. Are you looking for anything specific when it comes to getting more jobs and like running some ads?
Not really. I mean, we would prefer roof replacements. Ideally, that would be the most
Okay.
ideal thing to get. But we don't mind getting gutters. We don't mind getting repairs. We don't mind. We'll get any service we can get. But we would ideally like replacements.
Okay. And what's the average like replacement job typically cost, or what's the average like ticket size of a replacement usually?
I mean, obviously it depends on the roof, but we average probably between 9 to 12,000, depending on the size of the roof.
And then what of that is actually like take home for you?
Probably around 30%, I would say, because of course, materials and labor and all the stuff that we're
Mhm.
we're, we're accounting for. So I would say around
Okay.
30 to 40%,
So you're making 3 to 4 grand per roof, give or take profit.
around pretty much, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So and you said you're doing out of those 5 jobs you're getting a month right now, I guess what's the breakdown of those that are actually roof replacements versus just like just like the lower ticket stuff?
I'd say it's around like 50-50. Like sometimes we'll have more replacements, other months we'll have no replacements. It's kind of just 50-50, but usually it averages around like half of the jobs are replacements, and the other half are just miscellaneous, whether it's gutters, replacements, siding, anything else.
Okay. And you said the ones that you would want to focus on are roof replacements. That's like ideal for you.
Yeah, that would be 100% ideal.
Okay. So I guess what's the reason you're only doing like 50% of those? I'm curious.
Don't really know. I mean, like I said, 90% of our stuff is referrals. So I'm just guessing there's a lot of people wanting to get their roof replaced completely, especially because I mean, it's an expensive thing to do. So I'm assuming that just people just don't want to spend that much. They'd rather just patch it up and just worry about the entire roof later on.
Okay. I got you. So I mean, you're doing and those other jobs that you're doing right now are those like what's the average size of those like siding and stuff? I'm curious. I know
That'd
I
be
know it
like,
like ranges as well.
yeah, siding around like 1,000, 2,000. Gutters probably like a few hundred to 1,000. Roof repairs depending. I mean, obviously the size of the repairs depends. You know, if there's like a huge hole in the roof, then that's like a couple thousand. But if there's just just some shingles need to be replaced, it'll probably be a few hundred to 1,000.
Okay. But you want to ideally just do you want to would you in an ideal world would you just have roof replacements?
Ideally, yes, just roof
Okay.
replacements. I would
Perfect.
prefer that.
So yeah, so I mean, you're doing about two, give or take two or three roof replacements a month. I mean, I guess in an ideal world, let's say a couple months on the line, like how many would you actually want to be doing consistently every single month?
I mean, I would prefer to have at least 10 to 15 jobs a month regularly.
Okay, 10 to 15, and all roof replacements. You're
Yeah,
saying?
ideally, I would want to have roof replacements. I have a couple other guys on my crew, so we can knock out a roof probably in about 2 to 3 days.
Gotcha. Okay. So you're doing about two, let's say two a month. Actually, give you some benefit out. So you do three a month. You're looking at basically get up to 15. So basically 5x like what you're doing now in terms of roof
Exactly.
replacements.
Yeah, and we can handle that much more jobs. That's not a problem.
Okay. I guess it sounds good and all. I guess how long have you been kind of at doing two or three roof replacements a month?
We've been doing that for about a year and a half now, and we've been in business for about 4 to 5 years. So it was very slow in the beginning. Obviously, I mean we're new, we're not doing anything. So it was a lot of door knocking personally, and a lot of flyers and a lot of business cards. And eventually we gained a little bit of traction. So we have a little van with our company information, phone number, all that. So maybe the van's getting us maybe a job a month from that alone. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, mostly it's just referrals. Every time we always ask our customers, how did you hear about us? And it's always through a friend or through a neighbor or through somebody else.
Okay. Well, I guess with that, because I mean you're doing decent already. I guess what's because you said you could easily do 15 roofs a month, and then obviously that's making you what 45, 50K a month. I guess what's the reason you haven't been able to get like 15 roof replacements a month and you kind of been almost like stuck for the last like month doing this like two or three or the last like year?
I mean, we have no leads or customers coming in, so there's not really anything for us to do. Because once we started getting a certain amount of jobs coming in, I was solo for about 2 3 years, and then once we had like those 2 to 3 roof replacements a month, I needed to hire more people because I couldn't do that alone. Because then just doing one roof alone will take over a week, and then that'll just slow everything down completely. So I hired a couple guys, and we can bang out a roof in 2 to 3 days, 100% a roof replacement. And then if it's a bunch of small jobs like gutters or roof replacements, we can just send one guy to each house.
Okay, I got you. But again, we want to focus on those roof replacements. We want to get
Exactly.
15,
Yeah.
15 or
We
so of
want to
those a
focus.
month.
Yeah, we want to focus on full replacements.
Okay, I got you. So, and I guess I know, like when you said 10 to 15 replacements a month, sound like you thought of that number before. I guess what's the reason behind getting to 10 to 15? Is that some like milestone you thought of, or like why 15 a month? I'm curious.
It's not a milestone, but it's just a number that I think we can comfortably handle. That's a number that I think our crew could do for sure. If we were to get more, then I would have to hire more.
Gotcha. Okay. So that's kind of the baseline. The first step we want to hit is 15 a
Yeah,
month.
we want to max out the capacity of our current crew.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess with like referrals and all, I mean, do you feel like you are? I know it's been like a year. You've been doing like two or three jobs a month. I mean, do you feel like you're on track to hit 15 a month, basically 5x the business, or like how close do you feel like you actually are to hitting that?
Not really. I mean, it's been pretty stagnant. We're not really increasing the amount of jobs slowly. It's pretty slow. So I mean, like we're getting maybe an extra job a month every 6 months. Like in the beginning of the
Mhm.
year, maybe we're getting 2 or 3 roof replacements, and then later on we'll get like 3 to 4 average. So it's extremely slow growth.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, are there like other companies in like other roofing companies in your area doing like 15, 20, or even more jobs a month, or is it just slow for everyone? Or are some people doing well?
I would assume so. I mean, we have a lot. I mean, we're in Chicago. We're based in Chicago, so there's a lot of roofing companies in the area. There's a lot of competition. And I mean, a lot of these are like, huge roofing companies, 8-figure roofing companies. I mean, they're probably getting like 30 jobs a month, most likely. I mean, they have multiple crews all around. So, and then, I mean, obviously winter's coming up too. So it's going to slow down no matter what for everybody at this point. So that's kind of just what we're dealing with. We just need more numbers coming in, more leads coming in.
Okay. Yeah. So now I was going to ask, I mean, you've been kind of doing 2 or 3 a month the last like year or so, you said. I mean, what needs to change? What do you guys, I know you said you need more leads. But I guess what do you need specifically that would help you make it a no-brainer for you guys to get to 15 of these roofs per month?
What do you mean by what we need specifically exactly?
Yeah, like, yeah, good question. So to clarify, like, what do you feel like is it literally just more leads? But then obviously, like, it's like quality is taken into account. Like, what do you actually feel like you would need to be able to get to 15 a month? Is it just more leads, or is there anything else specifically?
I think we would need more leads. I mean, of course, we need quality leads. We don't want junk leads, but we would
And
ideally.
when you say quality as well, can you just like explain to me exactly what you mean? Just because we can kind of pinpoint who you're looking for, so I just want to have an idea to make sure it even is something we can do.
Yeah, of course. I mean, obviously want homeowners. We want people who own their home. We don't want. I mean, if we can get commercial roofing as well, we would love to do that. But I mean, we mainly work residential. But we don't want to do apartment buildings. We don't want to do condos. We want to stick with houses and ideally homeowners, not renters. That's a thing that we've dealt with a couple times. We've gotten phone calls from people who want a roof every now and then. We'll get a phone call, but they're just renters. They don't have any authority, so we can't sell to them. And
Gotcha. Okay.
as long as they're showing some type of interest, like yeah, we were interested in getting our roof replaced, or we have a problem with our roof, or our roof is just old. We moved to a new place. The roof is just 30 years old. They just want to get it changed. That kind of stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. So I mean, the main thing it sounds like is you want homeowners who actually have intent in actually getting their roof replaced, and then who's like a decision maker. It's not someone who just rents. That's kind of the main thing you're looking for.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, sick. Well, yeah, man, I feel like I have a pretty decent idea of where you're kind of at and what you are kind of looking for, what you actually need. Seems, I mean, the problem you just don't have enough leads. You're just not getting enough opportunities. I know you mentioned as well. I know like winter is coming up. It's going to slow down a bit. And I know some guys like when like these slower months come up, they kind of just go in hibernation. They just like stick with what they're doing. I guess for you, I mean, are you looking to like ramp up and scale like as soon as possible, start getting 10, 15 jobs a month like as soon as possible? Or are you looking to like wait like just after the winter or something?
No, no, I want more jobs as soon as we can. I mean, of course, winter there's going to be less jobs than in the summer. That's just the way roofing is. But ideally, I mean, I know for sure we can get more jobs than we have now. Like we can, if this marketing is as good as you said and as you were talking about on the phone, then I mean it'll work out for us fine. We'll get at least 2 to 3 more jobs than we are doing now. So that's ideally what we want. I ideally just want to max out the amount of work that our crew can do currently, so I can hire more people
Gotcha. Okay. And you're looking to do that as soon as possible, you said?
as soon as possible.
Okay. Sick. Love that, brother. Well, yeah. And last thing before and then I kind of go through what we do specifically, kind of go through how it all works, see if it is a good fit for you. But I guess just I always like to have an idea of who we're working with, because like we want to work with people who are killers, who are gonna crush it with the opportunities we send them. So I guess for you, if we were to send you, let's say you go 10 estimates, and let's say they're actually homeowners, they're the decision makers, they're actually qualified, and they have intent in getting the roof replaced. Like out of those 10 estimates, how many do you feel like you would confidently close out of 10?
I could ideally, if they're have good intent, I could ideally close 4 at least, for sure.
Okay, so 40%. Okay, and you said you make what, three? Let's say three grand a roof.
3 to 4 grand per roofing job, depending on the size of the job. If it's around a $10 to $12,000 job, we'll make 3 to 4K.
Okay. So basically, if we're getting say 10 estimates a month, you're say we'll close 40% through 3 or 4 out of 10. That's what, an extra 9, 12, 15K a month right there.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Awesome, brother. Well, cool, man. I mean, I think I have a pretty decent idea of what basically kind of what you need, like what you're looking to do. I can tell you, man, like if you can close consistently, even dude, even 20%, because we're gonna be able to send you 10 to 15 estimates a month, even if we're using super conservative numbers. Say you close 20%, that's still, we can easily get you an extra 3, 4, 5 jobs a month. And obviously we're gonna ramp up to be able to add an extra 10, 12, 15 a month, and then obviously scale up from there. But yeah, man, dude, I think you would crush it with this. I'm down to kind of walk you through how we can help you out, and help you scale this thing up. If that's something that's cool with you.
It sounds good. I mean, as long as we can, get something working and there's a decent quality, I'm willing to ramp it up and up the budget.
Awesome, dude. Well, I'm excited. Yeah, I'll walk you through it. I'll share my screen now if that's cool.
Cool. Go ahead.
Awesome. All right, and that's a wrap on the discovery. So I'm gonna kind of recap the points that I hit, that I was looking to hit, and then I want you guys to just ask questions. Let me know your thoughts, and everything like that. So first, started with current state, what he's currently doing, and I wasn't going in like chronological order. He mentioned he tried this stuff in the past, so I just dug into that right there. But current state, what he tried before, I wanted to make sure I asked him, hey, why can't you just double down on what you're doing now to erase that bridge? I got the problem that he just didn't have enough leads. Got his goal, 15 jobs a month, why he wants to get that. And then also some urgency on, okay, is this something you're looking to do as soon as possible? And after you have all that, that's pretty much all the ammo I need. And I'm going to go customize the pitch to exactly what he's looking for. He wants homeowners who actually have intent, and he only wants roof replacements. So that's exactly what I'm gonna pitch him. He also mentioned he did Google PPC, where he was getting renters, and he only had like 3 quality leads in 2 months. Right. So this is all stuff I'm just gonna tie back and customize in the pitch to make it the simultaneous reason that everything he's tried before hasn't worked, and why it's the only thing he needs to actually get the 15 jobs a month and beyond that. And then I can obviously quantify it as well, because he's making $4,000 in profit a roof, so I can also quantify it. But that's the kind of the different marks of discovery that I wanted to hit. But yeah, I want to open it up to you guys. What questions do you have on that? How do you think that went? I'd love to hear from you guys. Umar.
Yeah, like were you just like doing that like off like all your like experience and your memory of like doing discovery, or like did you have like a script out or something like that?
So I mean, the first like half of it, I was just on the Google Meet. Second half, I did pull up my script just to make sure I hit all the points. But basically, I didn't ask questions on the script. My script is basically current state, problem, what they tried before, goal, and then urgency. And I just want to make sure I'm getting all of those before you pitch. Even if it's in like a different order, you need all 5 of those. Otherwise, the chance of them closing goes way down. But a lot of that, yeah, was just unscripted, just being curious and hitting those points.
Oh, I didn't realize I was gonna speak. But basically like, so when you ask like a discovery question, do you sometimes like kind of go off script, like just ask out of your own curiosity? Is that what you're kind of saying? Like,
Oh yeah, 100%. All the questions, pretty much all the questions I asked were just based off what he was telling me, and it's just like being genuinely curious. So when he says, "Yeah, I want more high quality leads," like, "Oh, what do you mean high quality leads? Like, what do you mean quality? Oh, we tried this before and it wasn't working too well. What do you mean it wasn't working too well? Like, I'm just like genuinely curious.
is this script in like the Discord?
Yeah, so I have the script. Again, I kind of just go on the framework. I want to get what they're currently doing, what they tried before, their goal, the problem, build a gap, and then how soon they're looking to do it. But then I do have a script which is in the Discord, and that has all those in here. That gives you some questions to ask as well. But a lot of it is going off script and it's like being genuinely curious, kind of like Yash mentioned.
Is it in the sales channel?
Yeah, here, I'll just put it in the chat as well. So you guys can have that. Let's pull up the one that I was using.
Do you know how long it took you to like become like really good at like doing discovery? Like, was it like instant for you, or
Oh no, yeah, dude, it for sure is not instant. It's for sure a process of doing call reviews, doing like role plays like this, but a lot of it is just like it's just having a big thing that I realized is like just having the confidence to just be curious and go on your timeline. Not feel like don't feel like you have to rush through the discovery. Just pretend like you're having a real conversation, but then also realizing that you don't need them they need you. And when you
Oh,
take that frame of you're being detached from the outcome, like I could care less if this person closes. I'm just going to see if I can help. You're just genuinely curious, and like that was the biggest unlock for me. It's like just being detached from the sale. I know it is tough, but that's like the simplest answer. But also like yeah, it does not happen overnight. Like it's
oh,
months to get here.
what would you say is the best way to practice? Like doing like role plays or like going back to your recordings and like what would you say?
Role plays, call reviews. That's why as well I made those cohorts is I want you guys to do like sales role plays because like what I just did, like that was really good practice for me as well because it's just like a mock call. But that's like the best thing. If I were you guys, I would go and like buddy up and just start hammering out sales call role plays, but then also keep sending me your calls to review. That's the
Yeah,
two best ways to practice besides actually going and taking the calls.
yeah, that really helps. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Anyone else have what other questions you guys have? Wahid.
Yeah, man. So you ask him what he has done already in the past. So you can just like change and present your service as unique, you know. So when do you differentiate your service as it being unique? Is it in the pitch or during the discovery?
Yeah, so you want to avoid at all costs of pitching in the discovery. We're writing all the stuff down, we're taking notes, and during the pitch, we're gonna go and tie everything back. So when he told me he did Google PPC, they only got 3 quality leads, they were getting a lot of renters and stuff. During the pitch, when I share my screen, or if you just go off of it, I'm gonna say, okay, and John, you know how I know you mentioned you were doing PPC, you didn't really get many quality leads, a lot of them were like renters and stuff. What we actually do is we're going to ask them multiple qualification questions. Number one, are you a homeowner? And number two, what's your ideal timeline to get your roof replaced? And if they say anything more than 3 months, we just disqualify them, don't even bring them in. So you're only speaking with people who are actually pre-vetted and that are actually going to have intent in getting a new roof and aren't price shopping as well. So we in our ads, what a lot of people do is they go and talk about the price of the roof, and that's why you get price shoppers. So what we do is don't mention that at all. We talk about just the quality and service. So we're only bringing in people who see the value in what you do, and you're only getting quality people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then you go and ask them.
Uh, uh, that's exactly what I was looking for, man. Thanks. By the way, do you actually like take notes and write?
Yeah, bro. So I'll tell you what I wrote. You probably can't see this, but I wrote basically Google PPC. He wasn't getting many qualified leads, spending $600 to $800 a month. I wrote down roof replacements. That's the only type of jobs he wants. And I would mention that in the pitch as well. Is hey, we only get you roof replacements. I wrote down he makes about 3 to 4K profit per roof. He wants 10 to 15 replacements a month. Homeowners with intent is what he wants, not renters. And those were all my notes. I can even take like a picture of it and send it to you guys, but I mean it was literally Google PPC, no leads, $600 to $900, roof replacements, underlined, 9 to 12K per roof, 3 to 4K profit per roof, 10 to 15 replacements a month, homeowners with intent, and then not renters. And that was just the notes that I took.
Yeah, and this is basically the ammo you use further into the call.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as well, when they say something like if he mentions, yeah, it's kind of inconsistent. If I can't, ideally, I want to be, oh, inconsistent. What do you mean by that? But if he keeps going on, then I'm just gonna write down inconsistent to make sure I go back and hit that. So I'm kind of looking
Yeah.
for these keywords that he's telling me.
Pain points.
Exactly.
Yeah. And do you use your ammo while you get hit with objections or just during the pitch?
No, so a lot of the objections can be pre-handled by getting all this and just if you have a good pitch and discovery, you're pre-handling like 95% of most objections just by doing this and digging deep into it because then you know exactly what they're looking for and what they need and what they don't want, and you just position your solution as literally exactly what they need or what they want.
Yeah. When he says are quite inconsistent, how do you handle that pre-pitch? Like so you don't get rejections when you price start.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, it would just be um, during the pitch, you just basically go, yeah, I know you mentioned one thing. You were getting a lot of the lead flow is kind of inconsistent. Our number one in discovery, I would dig into, what do you mean inconsistent? It's like, oh, we're getting leads like here and there, not really, they're not coming in each week. Then I would go and tell them in the pitch, we're going to get you about 5 to 10 leads every single week. I know you mentioned inconsistency was a big thing. The whole point of what we do is to give you this basically a flow of leads that you know exactly where your next job is coming from. But yeah, man, we're going to get at least 5, 6 leads a week every single week, sometimes even more.
Got it.
So you just, yeah,
So
you just handle it right there. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
real
Thanks,
quick, Noah. So you just said talking about you can get them 5 to 10 leads a week. Just curious, what kind of budget do they have to spend on the campaign though to get those numbers?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that's just like, I would just tell them that, because I mean, you're going to get consistent leads with that. But I mean, if you're spending $20 a day, you can get 5, 6, 7, 8 leads a week.
Okay.
But
Okay.
even if it's less than that, you just tell them, yeah, I mean, our clients were getting usually minimum 3 to 5 leads every single week. Some weeks might be more, some a little less, but it's gonna consistently be about 15 to 20 every single month, no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, obviously to the customer, you're gonna tell them that you're not gonna give them any guarantees, but like on the back end, I mean, we're running the ads for them. We're gonna see how these campaigns perform. I mean, when I was running my own campaign, it was 20 a day, and we were getting around a lead a day, pretty much. So 5 to 6 leads a week. I mean, if we're running it for B2C, because our businesses are different. I mean, we're running B2C. They're running B2C and they're doing local area. We're doing B2B national. So I mean, does the numbers change depending on how the ads
It'll be
target?
like 15 to 25 bucks per local leads, typically.
Okay. So if I were to run it for a customer, like just a free roof inspection ad, and just put an offer, put their company logo, name, phone number, whatever, little friction. I would average around 15 to 25 a lead.
Yeah,
Ideally. Okay. Okay. So would it be good to recommend a customer to spend like $40 to $50 a day if they have the budget? Like
for
if they're
sure.
willing.
Have that budget. Yeah, the more the better.
Okay. All right. Cool. Just making sure.
Yeah, for sure, bro. All right, let me just answer this question in the chat. Kian, if someone asked me about my experience, should I lie a bit or be honest? I would. Some people are going to tell you, "Oh, go lie," telling me you've had testimonials, but I would just be totally honest. And that's why you have a good offer. It's like, the reason I'm doing this offer and I'm willing to do fully or all performance based is because I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is and actually tie my income to the results we get you, where I only get paid once we actually get you results. I can tell you, I'm going to 100% make sure we're getting the best results possible. I'm doing everything in my power to get you that. And that's how I would position it, if that makes sense, kid. Let me go to, yeah, shoot your hand up.
Yeah, so the guy who I was supposed to have a call with on Tuesday, he just messaged me that he wants to reschedule to 11th November because he wants to explore some other options. So I was just curious, like what could I have done different in the sales process to have prevented that? And also, what can I do now?
Yeah, so it's tough now because you're kind of on the back foot in the sales process. So, I mean, getting all 5 of those points, most importantly, getting urgency in the discovery. And then when he has that objection at the end, getting the tie down on that he's actually bought into the process. But then, like, yeah, after the call, it's kind of tough to get him back on. I would. Does that answer your question on the sales process itself?
I got the tie down. He told me two things that he wants to speak with his wife, and he had some problems with his CRM. So he basically wants to send the leads to his CRM. I told him it was possible, but he told me he wants to contact his CRM company first before he continues forward with it.
He wants some. What's that? What's up with the CRM?
He wants to send the leads which I generate for him. He wants to send those leads directly to his CRM. I told him it was possible that I can just use Zapier to do that, but he told me that he just wants to connect with his CRM company first before going forward with anything.
Okay. Well, I would just be like, yeah, man, it's not a problem. We can just set up Zapier, and it's gonna automatically send the leads from our CRM to yours as well. But just tell them that, like, yeah, it's not a problem. Because yeah, it's pretty simple. And then in terms of talking with his wife, the way a lot of times that is a smokescreen. Sometimes it is like real, it's like logistical, but then you want to make sure you get the tie down. But then after you go through all of it, you tie it down, then I would go for a deposit and be like, okay, I'll tell you what. And again, I mean, if I can like work with you, like, are you 100% good to go? It's literally just about talking to your wife. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, let me ask you, like, if she says no, I guess what would you do? Well, I would still probably do. I just want to tell her out of courtesy. Okay, gotcha. And again, like you feel 100% good in the process. Getting a double tie down. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I respect that you got to talk to your wife. How about we do this? Because I can tell you know what you need to do, right? But I do respect the fact that you do need to talk with her and just let her know. How about we do this? We'll just do, instead of the normal fee, we'll just do $300, kind of just as a commitment. And once you go talk to her, and if she's like, yeah, well, yeah, it's cool, then awesome. I'm gonna be able to start getting stuff set up right after this call. But if for whatever reason you go talk to her and she's like, no, you for sure shouldn't do this, and you decide, okay, it's not the right decision, then I'll just refund the 300. But just to get that commitment with you, and I can start working on your stuff in the meantime. How does that sound?
Okay. And one last question. What if I tell him that, what if your wife says no? And what if he says that he jokes about it, like, always have to listen to my wife, then I'll probably not do it. Then what do I do then?
Then that's like a mindset shift. You're like, at the end of the day, man, I mean, is whose business is it? Is it yours or your wife's? Oh, it's mine. Okay. So I guess whose job is it to actually make the decisions to, because I'm assuming you want to obviously provide for her. But I mean, at the end of the day, whose responsibility is it to make these decisions and to grow the business? And you need to get him to tell you, oh, it's mine. So, but then be respectful. Yeah, I respect the fact you want to talk with your wife, but at the end of the day, man, you got to do what you got to do. You can't make decisions based on what your wife thinks, because again, she's not in control of it. Because again, at the end of the day, whose responsibility is it to grow the business and to make $50,000 a month to provide for your family? It's mine. Okay, so what do we got to do? Let's do it. You just got to make them internalize and take responsibility when they try to
Yeah.
put it on someone else.
Yeah. And is there anything I can do now?
It's tough now. I would just go in and send them a message, like, pull back. Hey man, I get that. And you, by the way, if are, I'm not sure, are you just not interested anymore, or are you still interested? You just really do want to talk to some other people. And then once he tells you, no, I am interested, I just want to talk to some other people, I would ask, okay, um, you just really need to get on the phone with them. That's what I would try to do, because then you can get the tie down. Okay, is it the pricing, or is it something in the process? If he says, oh, it's a pricing, I'd be like, okay, if I could work with you on that, would you be open to having a quick chat right now? And then you go up and figure out the price and maybe split it up, do a payment plan or something like that.
Okay, so should I just now call him and then,
Yeah, I would give him a call.
okay, call him and just say, hey, are you just not interested right now, or is it more of the pricing? What is it?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Let me just answer this question in the chat, and I'll get to hit times. So what if they say they need to think about it? You try to dig into it, and they say there's nothing specific. You just need to think about all of it. So that's just a straight up smoke screen right there. Sometimes it can be logistical, but you just want to make sure you get the tie down. So I mean, is this something you 100% want to do? Gotcha. What specifically do you like about it? I like X, Y, and Z. Okay, I gotcha. So I mean, when you say you do need to think about it, is it really you're 100% good in the process? Okay. So I mean, is it literally just the investment then? Gotcha. And then it's not a think about it, it's the investment. And then you go handle that. And if you do solve that, they say, oh, I need to think about it. Sometimes you might just need to, okay, I respect that. You can try to get a deposit, but otherwise you say, okay. So I guess when you go to think about it, what's the main stuff you're going to be like considering? And a lot of times they're going to go tell you, oh, this specifically. If they say, oh, I just need time to think about it, then what you want to do is ask them, okay, well, once you go and think about it, you kind of you sleep on it, or you take a few hours to think about it. If we go and connect in 3 or 4 hours and you feel the same way you do now, are you 100% good to go? Yeah, I am. Okay, so you really just need a bit of time to have some of that clarity. Gotcha. How about we do this then? Let's touch base in 3 hours, and we'll kind of just go from there once you have a couple hours. And that sometimes you just can't. Some people are, I'm not going to make a decision on the call no matter what. It's not. I've closed a lot of calls from doing like touch and base in like 3 hours or something. But you just make sure, if it actually is a real objection and they really do need to think about it, that you're not giving them a week to do it. You're saying, okay, when we touch base in 3 or 4 hours, do you feel the same way you do now? are you 100% good to go? And then you're implying, you're taking it off the table. Yeah, let's touch base in a week, right? You're saying 3 or 4 hours, or when we touch base tomorrow at the same time, or something like that. So they're not taking a week to do it, if that makes sense. Okay, Hitansh. What's up, bro?
Man, like when you said like in sales role play, like what's your dream outcome basically? He said 15, 10 to 15 jobs basically. But when you are like just a beginner, our offer like my offer like $15 a day, and we have an idea like we can get them 3 to 5 ceramics basically. So the thing is like when someone says, okay, I need 15, so do we have to customize our offer regarding that, or like just try to increase the ad spend budget or stuff like that?
Yeah, you just increase the ad spend. I would still pitch them your normal offer and be like, yeah, we're gonna add an extra 3 to 5 jobs a month, and then we'll ramp it up to get to that 15 within the next 2 or 3 months or so.
Yeah, like we just get the idea of how many jobs we can get like in the beginning, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And I was asking like when you said 2 years, like just get some deposit in like 300 or $200. Like as you said in sales call, we don't have to like we have to detach the sales side basically. So it wouldn't be like much salesy, or deal can also break at that point. What is it?
You're asking, say it one more time. Are you asking if the deposit is gonna like take away the trust and make you seem salesy?
Yep, like we just putting money, like we are not patient, we can say, for a few hours.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, you only get the deposit once you get they're 100% bought in. So once they say, yeah, I'm 100% good in the process, you say, okay. So I mean, is it literally just the investment? Gotcha. But again, you're 100% good in the process. You 100% want to do it. It's like literally just the investment. Okay. So how about we do this? Or they say, oh, you literally just need to go take an hour to think about it. Okay, how about we do this? And again, you're like 100% good to go. Yeah, I am. Okay. So how about we do this? And this is just, again, let me know your thoughts on this. This is what we do for people who are serious and kind of want to lock in their spot. We'll just shoot $200 right now, kind of just as a commitment. And once you come back, we'll be able to kind of get everything up and running. But in the meantime, I can start working on your stuff as you get the next steps figured out. And if it doesn't work for whatever reason, then no worries. I'll just send your $200 back. But if you are 100% good to go, it's really just working this out. Then we usually do this. How does that sound? But you just make it seem like, yeah, you need to do this, or you don't make it seem like you're trying to push them into giving you $200. You need to make it seem like it's in their best interest, so we can get that commitment and start getting your campaigns and stuff set up now. And once you're ready, we're gonna be able to get rolling right away.
And the last thing was, bro, like the discovery part, how much like maximum time it should be the part of sales call, like how many minutes basically, so we have an idea basically.
It's basically like as long as it needs to be to get those 5 things: current state, what they tried before, their goal, the problem, and then urgency. Those 5 things. If it needs to be 30 minutes, it'll be 30 minutes. If it's 15, it's 15. It kind of depends on the prospect though, on like how open they are. Like Hamad was he was opening up a decent bit, which is why it was a bit longer. But
Mhm.
I just would go until I got those 5 things, no matter what.
Yeah, got it, man.
Any other questions? Does that make sense?
Yeah, just
um
had I have one question just based on an offer. So I was thinking about in my ads about running a different type of offer. I mean, what I would do is I would offer a free website and access to our CRM pretty much for like a small fee, like a very $200-300 a month, and then try to get some people coming in and then upsell them on Meta or Google Ads. And I was wondering what you think about that offer.
I don't think you need to do that. I think if you just do like I don't I think it's kind of unnecessary, to be honest.
Okay.
I would
So
stick
just
with per lead, guarantee number of leads, or they don't pay or something like that.
okay. Just getting an idea because that was one of the offers I was looking at. I mean, I'm seeing different types of people do some similar stuff where they like kind of just do so there's some people doing just website only and they kind of just make it with Lovable and they just kind of and they optimize it for lead capture and they just run Google ads for them so they can kind of just they can fill up that funnel on their end. But yeah, no, I was just getting an idea. I mean, because I for sure want to upsell on something ideally, but I mean maybe if I'm offering a pay per lead situation, I could upsell them to a retainer if they're getting good if they're getting good results, Or I could upsell them to access to our CRM, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, because dude, the paper lead's already really solid. You just
Okay.
need that.
So I just need people in my funnel pretty much. I just need people in my pipeline. I just have nobody pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. Umar.
Yeah, when you ask them for like the $300 deposit, like do you sign like a mini contract, or like what do you
No.
say? So what
No.
happens if they're like, okay, why don't they just run off with my money? Then what?
Well, then I mean, at that point, it's like you should have already built up enough trust. I haven't had anyone say that when I ask for a deposit. It's like they already trust me enough. But then you kind of reframe it. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, what happens if you go walk outside, get struck by lightning? You know what I mean? Like worst case scenario, um, you go. I go take the 200, book a plane ticket, go put the other 20 bucks I've left on black, lose it all. That's worst case scenario, right?
Oh,
But I mean,
okay.
you have my word. I'll tell you what. I'll give you my address as well. So if you don't hear back from me, you can go burn my house down and say that as like a joke. I've literally said that before. They laugh and I know I got you. I trust you. It's just yeah, and then you should be good to go. I like humor though. That always diffuses it.
Okay, so no, and for your contract, do you have like different templates depending on like like for your offer? Like maybe they want to do like commission instead of retainer or something like that.
Yeah, I literally I have the template. I put it in the group as well, and then I literally just go put it in ChatGPT. Say, hey, for this person, we're doing 10% per deal, $300 setup. Please customize it based on that, and then it just goes and does that. But it's use a template in the group on the under onboarding.
Okay.
Yash, what's good?
Yeah, I just want to make sure I call him correctly. So if he says to me that I am interested, but I just want to look at other options in the market, then do you have any advice of what I should do then?
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing you would do on the call. You want to get the tie down. Okay, and just so we're on the same page, man. I mean, the process I showed you with the ads and all that stuff, is this something like you 100% like are confident in? You literally just want to see other options? Yeah, I do. Okay. I mean, what specifically are you looking for that mine was maybe missing? Oh, nothing in specific. I just kind of wanted to see. Okay. Is it fair to say like, is it literally just the investment then that you're kind of looking around for mainly? And then you still tie down what it is, and then you go handle that. Okay, so I mean, just if it is the investment, I guess, is it a case of, just so I know, that you just don't have the money, or is it more of it's just like you want to make sure, like it's just a bit of like, because it's like a big amount or not a tiny amount. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's just I just want to make sure it's the right thing to do. Okay, and again, like, do you feel 100% good in the process, or how do you feel about it? And then again, you're looking for any possible objections. Oh no, I feel pretty good about it. Oh, that didn't sound too confident. I guess, what are you mainly unsure about? What questions do you have about it? And then you go and get those,
Mhm.
and then tie it down specifically to the price. And then, okay, man, well, I'll tell you what, if I can work with you on this, um, because I know, like, at the end of the day, there's a million things out there. You're never going to find that perfect solution. There's nothing out there like it. Um, the biggest thing is, like, you're never going to know until you try it. But again, like, you feel really confident in what I showed you, right? Okay, so if I can work with you on the pricing and make it more digestible for you, is this something you're 100% good to go with? If we can make something work, get them to tell you yeah, and then you go do, okay, I'll tell you what, we'll split up 50-50. You pay 2 grand up front, and we'll do 2 grand after 60 days. Once you can kind of see the results coming in, you get your first deal, you can just reinvest it back into it. How does that sound?
Okay. And I've tried to handle objections over a phone call like 2 3 times before. A lot of the times they just tell me, "Hey, I'm busy. I'll just give you a call next week. I'm out right now." So do you have any advice on that?
Well, if they tell you that, it's like you're never gonna hear from them. Like,
Yeah.
you just gotta take the frame and be like, you just like can't let that happen, really. I mean, it's, if it does happen, and then you're not gonna hear from them anyways, to be honest.
Okay. So anything I should do there, or I should just cut the phone?
Yeah, I would just go call him and just make sure you keep the authority, keep the frame, that he needs you, you don't need him, and then just go find the real objection.
Okay.
Yeah, good luck, bro. Okay, Kian, regarding payments, I know my client covers ad spend, but not sure if you guys have heard about this platform called Arc Ads. It's a paid platform for AI actors. This is something I feel would work really well. Skeptical. They're telling the client they should pay 150 a month to use the tool. Maybe I should try to tell them as a potential option to try to scale in the future. Yeah, I don't think you need to do this in the start. I would just start with simple image ads, but you would always have the ideally like if the client does a $300 setup fee, you just say okay, and I don't see any, I don't touch a dollar of this. It all just goes into the ads, into making the ads for you. So I mean that's the two ways you can do it. But I would just I don't think you need it in the start. I think you can just rip image ads to start. Yeah, is what I would do. Just keep it simple. But then you can also ask your client, hey, if you want to do like video ads, it'll just be 150 bucks, and I can get you set up with some AI ads or something like that. So you just ask them, hey, if you want to do that, we can do it for sure. Just 150 bucks is how I do that. Yeah, I got you. Okay, sick. Well, any other questions right now? Otherwise, I have to jump on a call in like 2 minutes. So we'll do one more question. And you guys can obviously ask questions in the group or message me.
Yeah, man. So I got a question regarding like no shows because I've been facing that a lot. So people are just like too busy and their calendars are like too unorganized and they don't even know what's gonna pop up. So for example, like I had one guy double down, double commit, and I got the confirmation from him that he's gonna show up on a meeting. But when the meeting came near, he was like, "Oh man, something popped up, an emergency on a job site. I have to go there immediately." Like, what can I do in that instance? Because three out of those four no shows, three people told me, yeah, we should reschedule. I definitely want to go through with this, but I can't do it right now because I have X thing to do right now. How should I go on from there?
Well, then you just reschedule it.
Nah, because you're gone.
I mean, what's the question? If he says, yeah, I want to reschedule it, like we need to, then I would be like, okay, cool, let's reschedule. How's tomorrow at X time?
Yeah. So one guy texted me and the other one called me and he said like let's reschedule. I was like, yeah, what times work for you best? And he just didn't reply from there. And I try to call him up with different numbers, and I just couldn't get a hold of him.
Okay. Well, I mean that's really all you can do is, or then if he doesn't respond, you just say, hey man, are you not interested anymore? Do you still want to reschedule? If not, just let me know because I do have some calls coming up with guys in the area, so I just wanted to make sure. But then just
Yeah.
pull back, and there's not much you can do there besides that.
Yeah. Should I like try to promise some value if they show up to the meeting, like make them a demo website or something? Because it doesn't take that long to make a website.
I don't think you need to be honest.
Mm-hmm. I got you. And the question I asked you on the Discord, can I send you that over on our chat right here, and you can just tell me what should I change?
Yeah, you just put it in the Discord. Just tag me because I gotta jump in a minute right now.
Alright,
But I'll put it in there if that's cool.
that's cool, man. For sure.
Okay, awesome, cool. Well, guys, I gotta jump. I'll send this recording in the chat. Really good call. Again, go back and watch this. Go through the discovery. But yeah, if you have any questions, I didn't get to them, just type them in the chat. Just because I gotta jump right now. But I appreciate all you guys jumping on. I'm planning some big things for this group. Try to make it more valuable. Let me know if there's anything else you guys want to see. Other than that, that's all I had. Appreciate you guys. Good to see you all.
Bye, man. You too.
Got you.
Peace.
Goodbye. Peace out, guys. Bye.
Bye, man.
You guys.
You know.